Most people spend their entire lives believing wealth is the reward for hard work. Work longer, sacrifice more, be patient. One day it will pay off. It won't. Not because life is unfair, but because this is the wrong equation entirely. The people who actually build wealth aren't the ones grinding the hardest. They're the ones standing in the right place. Money doesn't measure effort, it measures position. Think about everyone you know who works incredibly hard. Now think about how many of them are genuinely wealthy. The gap between effort and reward exists because effort alone doesn't create leverage. Position does. When you're inside someone else's system, following their rules, working their hours, building their vision, you're the engine. Engines are essential, but they don't decide where the car goes. The person holding the wheel does. The real question isn't how hard am I working, it's whose game am I playing. The safety trap. Society sells a very comfortable story. Stay in your lane, follow the path, minimize risk, and you'll be okay. Here's what that story leaves out. When you minimize risk, you also minimize reward. The crowded path is crowded for a reason. Everyone is competing for the same limited slice. The real opportunities, the ones that actually change your financial life, are sitting in the spaces nobody is paying attention to yet. Most people miss them, not because they're not smart enough, but because they're too busy looking where everyone else is looking. Saving won't save you. You've been told since childhood, earn money, save it, protect it. Don't spend, don't risk, hold on tight. But here's the problem. A mind focused on protecting money can't grow it. You end up living to avoid losing rather than living to build something. Real wealth isn't about hoarding. It's about directing. Where is your money going? What is it building? Who is gaining power through it? You or someone else? Every dollar you spend is either moving you toward more control or toward less. The wealthy understand this distinction. That's what makes them different. Not how much they earn, but how deliberately they deploy what they have. People don't buy products, they buy feelings. Every financial transaction is driven by emotion, fear, status, the desire to feel safe, seen, or ahead of someone else. People don't buy expensive things because they need them. They buy them to feel a certain way, to feel successful, to feel secure, to feel like they belong somewhere they aspire to be. If you want to understand where money flows, stop looking at markets and start looking at emotions. What are people anxious about right now? What do they desperately want but won't admit out loud? What fear are they willing to pay to make go away? The people who can read these patterns consistently, they don't chase money. Money follows them. Timing is everything. The right move, made too late, is not the right move. Most people wait until a decision feels safe before they make it. But by the time something feels safe, the opportunity is already shrinking. The crowd has arrived. The margins have disappeared. You're no longer early. You're just another person in the pile. The decisions that actually build wealth are made in uncertainty, before the results are visible, before anyone is applauding. In the moments when most people are frozen, asking, but what if it doesn't work? That window, when the outcome is unclear and most people are hesitating, is exactly when position is there for the taking. Stop announcing, start building. There's a pattern among people who accumulate real wealth. They're quiet about it. Not out of arrogance, but out of strategy. When you announce your plans, you invite interference. When you show your progress early, you invite scrutiny before you're ready for it. You start performing instead of building. Silence protects early-stage growth. New ideas, new ventures, new directions are fragile at the beginning. They need space to develop before they're exposed to judgment. The moment you put something in the spotlight too early, you're no longer building it. You're defending it. Build quietly. Let results speak when they're ready to speak. The real barrier isn't out there. Most people blame external circumstances for staying stuck. the economy, their upbringing, bad timing, the system being rigged. Some of those things are real, but they're not the primary reason most people don't build wealth. The primary reason is internal. The thinking patterns inherited from a world that was never really wanted them to question the script. Work hard and you'll be rewarded. Good things come to those who wait. Stay safe, stay humble, don't get too big for your boots. These beliefs feel like wisdom, but for most people, they function as ceilings. Wealth begins the moment you decide to actually examine what you've been told and choose differently. The path isn't complicated, but it does require one uncomfortable thing: thinking for yourself, even when everyone around you thinks you're wrong. That discomfort is the price of entry, and for those willing to pay it, the game looks completely different on the other side.